Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you what I packed to take on a 2-day overnight business trip. But here's the trick. I actually got back last night and I wanted to film this video while I was away in my hotel room, but there was like 2 little lamps in there. There was 0 light. So I thought I would do it last night when I got home, and I was just so tired and had a headache. I went right to bed. So now it's the next morning. I've unpacked a couple things since then, but I will still show you what I packed and how I packed, and I think this will work better than a what did I bring with me, because I can show you what I actually ended up using. So if you're planning a business trip or any kind of overnight trip, hopefully this will help you out. I was at a 2-day meeting with my team from work. We come from all over the East Coast, so we got together in New York. So we were at a conference center, so we didn't really have to go anywhere extra. All of our meals, all the activities, everything was contained in this one conference center, which was our hotel as well. So that made it really convenient. I didn't have to, bring extra other outfits or anything. It was really just one per day. So what I have, this is from 31, this is a rolling bag, and the neat thing about this, it's not available anymore, otherwise I'd tell you the name, but the neat thing about this is you can carry it over your shoulder like this, and it's a nice compact little bag, or you can pop up the handle and it becomes a rolling kind of suitcase. So this was a nice little size. And inside, first thing I had was my straightening iron in a little thermal pouch. And then the other small thing in here is my little jewelry case. And actually, I had only brought just a couple pairs of earrings with me, so I didn't really bring a ton of jewelry, but this case also from 31, I'll list everything down below. But the nice thing with this is it has a little place with holes that you can put your earrings through. It has these things with snaps, so you can put your rings on them and they don't get lost. And then there's also a couple of these little pouches, so you can put necklaces or bracelets or other jewelry so it won't get tangled around with each other. So I always bring this case, even though I just had a couple things in it this time. And then the other next smallest thing that I brought, this is the 31 Glamour case, which I love for traveling. So usually if I'm flying on a plane, I'll have all my liquids in a separate little clear zipper pouch that I have. But since this was just for one night and we just drove there, I didn't have to separate anything out. So this is really all of my cosmetics and toiletries in this one bag. This one has these little elastic loops that you can put. I have my toothbrush in here, and you can put other pencils and things that go through loops, and it also has a little plastic flap to cover over and protect, so if you have like makeup brushes or anything like that. And then I wasn't going to go through like every cosmetic or toiletry item that I brought, but I did just want to mention one thing, which is that I got these little tubes. They're little like rubbery tubes at Bed Bath & Beyond a few weeks ago, actually, because I wanted one for something else other than traveling, but then I had these tubes. So since I had different shampoo and conditioner than what I normally travel with, I thought I would put these in the tubes that I already have. I am not a fan of these. If you have only a small amount of product in these tubes, it's really hard to squeeze it out. I had to actually unscrew the whole cap and stick my finger in and scrape some out. So don't really recommend these tubes, although one neat thing is they have a little spinning dial on the top of the cap, so you can, it has different things written on it, like shampoo, conditioner, lotion, so you can spin it to the one that your tube contains, and then you can kind of identify them. So this is what I bring for all my cosmetics and toiletries, and you can kind of overstuff it, and even still when you zip it shut, it keeps its little square shape, so it easily fits right inside your suitcase. Speaking of things that you can overstuff and they keep their shape, the next thing that I have is my packing cube, and actually this one maybe also isn't 100% accurate, because I actually have more things in here than I took with me, because I kind of repacked things after I got home to make it more accurate to show you. So this is from Eagle Creek. I got it on Amazon, and I have a number of different packing cubes, but what I really like about this Eagle Creek one, and I forget the exact name, so again I'll just list it down below, this has 2 sides. So there's one side with a mesh top, and this is where you can put like all your clean clothes, and then as you wear them, you can flip it over And the other side is all rubberized. It's lined with rubber on both the inside and the side that faces the other half of the case. If you have something that's damp or your dirty clothes, you can put them in this side and they really don't interact at all with your clean clothes, but it doesn't take up any more space in your suitcase. It's still the same height no matter which side your clothes are in. I also wanted to mention this. This is a Norwex hand towel, which I actually use to towel dry my hair. It just takes my hair forever to dry when I wash it. So usually if I'm at home, I like go and do other things and then go back and dry my hair and it's not so sopping wet anymore. But especially for traveling, I wanted to bring this towel so I could dry it as much as possible and not be using the hairdryer for half an hour. And this is a hand towel. Norwex also makes hair towels and wraps and things, but the hand towel actually is a little bit cheaper, and for me it's just the right size to kind of towel through my hair. So I have a couple of these. So there's your Norwex tip for the day. Here's my dirty sides. This is just my pajamas and things that I wore while I was there. And then the other side is kind of what I repacked to show you my outfits, because something that I've been kind of working on is creating like capsule wardrobes for trips. So again, this was only a couple of days, so it wasn't maybe the best example of a capsule wardrobe, but I'll show you what I brought with me and kind of how I paired things together. So to drive up for this event, we were told to be business casual, and I actually was in my office here at home for the first part of the day, so I had to be dressed for work, and then a couple of us got a car and drove together up to this meeting. So I wore what I call my business leggings. This is a pair of really nice thick Ponte leggings. I got them from Evereve in their Transcend box, and so I paired these with this sweater, which I believe is from Loft. Yes, this is a Loft sweater, and it's a stripe. Every other stripe is sort of a translucent see-through stripe, so that's kind of neat if you wear it over like a black camisole, which I always do. So I wore that to work, and then since it's basically leggings, I was really comfortable in the car for 3 hours, and then we got to the meeting and we had our meeting and a dinner, and so I was very comfortable all night with that. Now for the next day, I figured I would do one of two things. I would either wear the leggings again if I wanted to be a little bit more comfy, or I also brought this pair of black ankle pants. These are also from Transcend Sanctuary brand. This is the top that I had brought to wear with them. So it's just a black and white kind of stretchy top. This is from New York & Company, sleeveless. And I had this purple 3/4 sleeve sweater to go over it. The warnings and information that we got about this conference center was the rooms can be very cold, so wear lots of layers. Da, da, da. So I had that. I also had, I also had this scarf, which actually I had worn the night before with the gray sweater, just kind of looped around my neck. So just for a little pop of color with the black and gray, but I had this scarf as well. Or if I was feeling like I might be a little bit colder than that, I had this turquoise long-sleeved cocoon sweater. This is Merona brand from Target, but these are really a nice length to wear like with leggings and stuff. They're really nice and long. So that was kind of my options for the next day of meetings. However, I thought, well, I might not be feeling that stretchy top. I might want something a little looser and more comfy. So I also brought this other top, which is also from New York & Company. And I have this in about 5 different colors. I really like them because it's sort of a stretchy material on the back and this like underlayer, but then there's this looser kind of chiffon layer on top, and so the overall effect is that it's very loose and flowy. It's not clingy at all. So I figured, if we're just going to be sitting all day and I don't want to be feeling uncomfortable, I don't want anything feeling too tight, and also it's probably going to be what I'm wearing for the ride home, I want to be very comfortable, so I might end up wearing that with the leggings. Well, I surprised myself in the morning, ended up wearing the ankle pants with the chiffon top, which I'd been planning to wear with leggings if I wore it, and the purple sweater, the 3/4 sleeve sweater. And actually that was just right for the day, considering the room temperatures and everything. Well, I just realized I didn't talk about shoes at all, which is crazy of me because very comfortable shoes are very important to me. So I just wanted to mention the 2 pairs of shoes that I brought with me, and I did bring them and just stick them in my bag here. So the first one was this pair of Zoe Zac flats. These are from Payless several years ago, and I have to say, I love Payless shoes. I don't know, maybe I really take really good care of shoes, but they hold up great for me, all of them. I've had these for years. They're just really cute little like bow toe flats, and they're super comfortable. So I wore these the first day, and I wore them in the car on my long car ride, and then I wore them that night. And then for the second day, just to be a teeny bit more professional, I wore these, which are also from Payless. They're Christian Siriano little pointy-toed flats, and I like also that they have a little bit of texture to them, so they're a little bit different. And these also are very comfortable as well. So I wore these all day for the second day of meetings, and then I ended up wearing them in the car home as well, just because they're so comfy. So I always wear flats. Majority of my shoes probably are from Payless. Highly recommend, not sponsored. I'll link to them if I can, but I think these are both pretty old. So the other weird thing about me is I like to bring 1 extra outfit's worth of clothes just in case if I had gotten stuck there for an extra day or something happened. So everything that I had brought with me could be kind of mix and match. So the nice thing you'll see is that everything pretty much is just black, white, and gray, and then I have either purple to go with it or turquoise to go with it, and the turquoise scarf. And these are pretty much like the colors of my life plus blue. I've gotten to the point now where pretty much everything I wear is in this color family, so I can kind of mix and match, and it makes it really easy for traveling. So my big tips for you for traveling are to pick, plan out your outfits in advance if you can, although like you saw, I ended up kind of mix and matching. Pick a kind of color palette, even if you in your normal life wear every color of the rainbow. For your trip, try to pick yourself a palette that you can mix and match and pair different things together. That also means you don't have to pack as many different things, because you can wear, this same sweater with the pants, or wear the same thing a couple times and just change your accessories. I also love packing cubes. Usually I'll bring a couple of them. The nice thing with packing cubes and all these different cases and organizers is it keeps you very organized inside your suitcase, so you don't just have to jumble through a bunch of clothes. You can pull out just the cube, and usually I have maybe a separate cube for underwear and socks and pajamas and swimsuits, and then 1 cube just for clothes, outer clothes. So it keeps you organized in that way, especially with these double layered ones. You can keep your clean and dirty clothes separate. You could keep a damp towel separate, or a damp swimsuit. So I really recommend these. I'll again include a link to these. So I hope that was useful to you. I hope if you're taking a business trip or if you're taking a quick overnight trip, this was useful. If it was, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.